Welcome to A Taste of AZ podcast, where we interview everyone from James Beard award-winning chefs to local mixologists, winemakers, breweries, and so much more. We've got an awesome episode lined up for you today. But before we get into that, head to atasteofaz.com so you can subscribe to our quarterly magazine and email newsletter to find all of the best places to eat and drink around town. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Now let's get into the episode.
We're live, man.
Oh, hey!
Luke always tells me, he's like, not my business partner, Luke. He's like, we got to get a little bit more polished on the beginning. He said I start kind of chaotic.
Uh-huh.
Well, Luke, here you go.
Here we go. Nice. Let's get it.
Would you expect anything else from Saucy, Luke?
Hey, we're in it. Dude.
My man.
I appreciate you, brother.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I mean, I had you on Tap That AZ years ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, man. But that wasn't just all about Saucy Luke.
Yeah, we had Jonathan, our boy Jonathan Barbecue was with us on that one.
Yep.
We were at Simple Machine.
Yeah. I was thinking of the other one because we did one way back too with somebody else you were working with. I don't think you're working with them anymore. But
No.
But this is all about Saucy Luke.
Yeah, let's
dude.
go. That's old news, dog. This is new news,
For
baby.
sure. I mean, as you see here, we got plenty of award-winning rubs and sauces and swords.
Yep. Yeah, so the products have won 36 awards, dude. It was 35 before this weekend. I just got back from the Long Beach Barbecue Fest with my boy Big Sal, and we took second place in the whole festival. So,
my man.
Yeah, the AZ Cali collaboration that took it by storm, dog. Yeah.
Dude, you've been taking shit by storm for a long time now, man.
Yeah, man. I'm
love
having fun with it.
Dude, you are fun. You bring the fun.
Yeah.
You don't fabricate the fun.
No.
The
This
fun
is a real thing,
just
dude.
emanates from your pores.
This is a real thing. Yeah.
Well, special shout out to Phantom Fox and John Acosta, your man.
Yep.
Setting this up.
Yep.
Letting us film.
That's
in
my
there.
guy.
There he is right there. What's up,
That's
buddy?
my guy. Hey, some people have other guys, but that's my guy right there.
Yeah, that's your guy.
Okay? That's my guy. I
love
appreciate him.
Oh, dude. So, man, we got swords here because 2 years in a row you've won Best Bite at our January festival.
Yeah. Thank you for always inviting me back to it. I have a blast to take care of all your guests over there. It's really good energy, good vibe festival, and yeah, man, these are my brisket and pork tacos. So the same brisket and pork tacos I serve every day on my food truck are the ones we've been running at your festival, and they won 1 year. So I was like, let's run it back.
Yeah,
and now we got 2 swords, baby. I feel like the Highlander. Hey, dude, these are receipts. All right, dude, these are what they are, is receipts for hard work and the flavor of great barbecue. You know what I mean?
Dude, it is great barbecue too. It's incredible. It is incredible barbecue. Is there anybody better?
Hey, you know what? I just feel like I just keep doing the best I can do. And, we all have our strengths. And I think some of the things that I bring to the table are the strengths for my business. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So,
dude, you are in a world of AI and you don't know what to believe, right? I have a 14-year-old daughter and she's like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh man, this virus is coming. I'm like, first of all, what's really going on? Like, what's going on in your world? You don't know what's real, what's not real. You're real. You bring that authenticity, man. What you bring to the table is just, it's you, man. It's that energy. And I think, obviously the food speaks for itself. The food is incredible, but you as being you, I think that's what takes you through the stratosphere, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's one of the gifts that God blessed me with is charisma, and I'm a hospitality guy. I just really like taking care of people. It's just something that really fuels me. So, when it comes to the barbecue, comes to the food, it's like everybody, all of us in the game, we're making great barbecue. Okay. Yeah. But, what's going to take you to the next level, what's going to set you apart, and it's building that rapport. And I'm a hospitality guy. I always feel like it's not about how they really felt while they were there, it's how they felt when they left. Like that's what true hospitality is like. I always tell my team, like, yes is the answer, what's the question? I know some corporate guys, they be saying, but like, I really am like that. I'm like, yo, you tell me what you want, bro. How do you want it? I got you. And I want them to know that, like, I care, and it's not fake. I really want to take care of them. So I know they could choose any barbecue house in Arizona. There's a lot of great ones. And if you came to me, I really appreciate that. My family appreciate that. And I want to show you that love back,
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. How many people you got on your team now?
Right now I got 3 guys.
Okay.
Yep. I got 3 guys. Two solid. I got my boy Demetrius. He's a good friend of mine. Actually, we worked at a macaroni grill in Corona 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and I found out he moved out here, and and then I asked him if he want to join the team. So he's been a big blessing for my squad. And then I got a young pit master. His name is Devin Dookie. So shout out Devin Dookie. I call him Yanni because every time you talk to him, he starts to yawn. So that's my boy Yanni. He's running my pits right now. Thank you, Yanni.
Yeah, shout out to Yanni for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, dude, I love Yanni. What a great night. Like, do you like? How do you get bored around you, right? Like, it's got to be just a nervous tick of his, right?
You got to rest when it comes to the energy. There's high highs, and then you got to be able to, store it.
For sure.
But definitely when it's service time, that's why usually the bear hat comes out, bro. Because
Yeah.
when it's time to bring that energy up, the bear hat goes on, and that's when you know it's feeding time.
Yeah. Dude, the temperature goes up too, man. The fact that you have that thing on, and you were just talking about it, right? Like, I mean, you're out there, dude. You're not in an air conditioned, you don't have an air conditioned tent around you, around the smoker.
Yeah.
Like you're dealing with some Arizona heat,
Yeah.
right? And then you put a freaking bear hat on, dude.
Bro, you got it. Oh, look what's coming in. What's coming in. Oh, it must be feeding time. Yeah, this is one of my sponsors. Shout out to Wildcoat. But you already know, dog, when the bear hat comes on, player, it's feeding time. Yeah, it's kind of funny how this thing started is, my whole thing is to have a crowd experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want people, when they're in front of me, to enjoy the time that they had in front of me,
Yeah.
So originally I had this little stuffed animal one, and I put it on, and I was like, they're like, why do you do it? I was like, you know what? I wanted to like kind of come out of my comfort zone and be a little goofy, so that people, when they look at me, they're like, oh, look at this guy. I mean, he's being a little goofy. Like, maybe I could be a little goofy too.
Yeah.
And so then they could come out of their comfort zone, like, and it's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
So since then, this is the Wildcoat. They're a pretty sweet brand. They were actually on Shark Tank, and they got picked up by Robert. But before that, they saw me wearing it, and then they've been sending me bear hats ever since.
Dude, that's even more importantly than Robert, right? This is the real. This is the real
bro.
deal.
Yeah, you get the real deal. So
I love it, dude. I love it. Well, so all right, let's go way back. Are you originally from Arizona?
No, I'm from Chino Hills, California. So SoCal guy, IE, and then spent like 3 years up in Big Bear, 8 years in Huntington Beach. So
This is when you're growing up?
This is when I was growing up. Yeah. So I grew up in Chino Hills, and then I lived in Big Bear and Huntington Beach.
Okay.
And but I've always been in like the service industry. So in Big Bear, I ran a YMCA camp.
Okay.
And then I was a bartender for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I got into management, started running a couple different stores, and then the macaroni grill concept brought me to Arizona.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that was 13 years ago.
Gotcha.
And then I started working for Troon. So I was a food and beverage director for Troon.
Okay. The golf course,
golf
right?
course management.
Yeah.
And then from there, part of my story is my sobriety.
Okay.
Has been a big thing for me. So I have 8 years of alcohol sobriety.
Congrats, man.
And thank you.
Yeah.
So it's it's just, that was my reality, is like I knew I had to stop it, and then from there, this all started in that.
So that kind of led to like your exploration of barbecue, or how did?
Well,
that...
I've always like cooking, but now I'm like able to show up at night, every morning. I mean, this is a labor extensive gig. Like,
For
people
sure.
don't realize, like, cooking, barbecue, shopping, trimming, cooking, shopping, trimming, setting up, like all the
Cleaning
content, clean up.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, oh, you cook barbecue? I was like, nah, bro, I clean for a living, dude. But so it just helped me show up for myself, for my family, and then it just put that drive in me, is that, I realized, I'm pretty good at this. I'm betting on myself. I've always wanted to work in a passion. That's been something that like I've always just wanted to do. Like, I just want to work in a passion so that I can put all this time and effort, and it's something that I really want to be doing.
Yeah.
And I want to be doing it where it's benefiting my family.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So not someone else's family, which I get, but like, so
you can be you, right?
I can be me, dude.
You can be
and it's been a ride. I mean, I'm in year 5. You know what I mean? So what they say, is like it takes 5 years to get things going. It takes 5 years to get things going, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's I've definitely experienced from year 3 to year 5 the growth, and it's not necessarily all, it's the networking, it's the people. Like people don't realize how big it is in this industry is to be able to network and work with people. And like the gift of relationships will help you grow. If you want to be this lone wolf, awesome, but I'm not sure how far you're going to go that way. You know what I mean? The more you give, you will get back. So be more of a giver, be more in service. If you're more in service, your business will flourish.
For sure.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I like that, right? Because it's like, we can invite you to our festival, and if we do what we do and you do what we do, you have an addition problem, right? Add this to this and this equals this, but it's more those relationships and those collaborations. It's a multiplication, right? Like, because I see what you're bringing to the table. I'm like, well, shit, man. Well, Saucy Luke's bringing his A game. We got to bring our A game. Other people are seeing that, right? So it raises everybody. It creates this kind of magic, right? That is the greater of the sums. And I mean, at the end of the day, dude, we get to do some pretty fun shit.
And your festival is great, dude. I will say, like, just the love I've had and the respect that you and your company has always given me, it's always made me want to do that for you as well. So that's like the relationship that we have is like, hey, I want to showcase like what your festival is, and you're letting me have a stage. So it's like, I'm not going to let you down, and I want to take care of your guests. So I definitely, take that into heart when I'm going to your fest is like, hey, how can I deliver killer product fast and I can execute to that crowd. You know what I mean? Where it's not like they're going to be waiting a lot. I can crank. So I bring a nice crew, we crank it out, and we get them in their hands. You know what I mean? Like we got to get it in their hands and quick. So, and you guys, I just enjoy being a part of your festival.
Appreciate that,
thank
man.
you.
Appreciate it. And then it's always a good partying gift when you get to leave with some medieval
medieval
weaponry.
These are just, receipts for the hard work, dude. It's like there's so many great, I always feel like so, humbled when my name is called, because I just know everybody else out there and all the work that they put, to execute like these dishes and these things, and to think, like ours stood out. It's just, it's just cool, dude. It's just special. So,
dude, I love it, man.
It lets me know that like we're onto something, and that people like what we got. And I feel like the things that set us apart is what we do.
For sure.
And that's that hospitality side.
Yeah. Have you always had this much energy? Like as a kid, were you a hyper kid?
Yeah, I definitely have been. Yeah. They try to put me on stuff as a kid, and I was like, Mom, that don't make me feel right. I lose who I am. And so she took me off. And then as an adult, I've, I feel like made the mistake of going back on that. And I feel like it just robbed me of the gift that God gave me. So it took me a little bit to really realize that. And then once I did, I was like, all right, I'm not taking that no more. And I'm going to use this as my superpower.
For sure.
And that's what I've been doing. So
And if you learn to, because that's something, the exploration I've gone through over the last few years is like, how do I, because if I'm resting too much, then, mentally I'm like, man, I need to be around people, right? And then if I'm around people, I'm like, shit, I need to go home. I need to go lay down, right? So have you learned more and more over the years, and even into the sobriety aspect of it? Has that helped you kind of lock in knowing who you are?
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. Like in the particular, like cooking barbecue is like a lonely gig. Like I went from like running restaurants that had 40, 60, 80, 200 people that I managed for years. And then I start my own thing, and it's like, I'm shopping by myself. I'm cooking by myself. I'm like by myself. And that for me was really challenging to like, just
For
a little
sure.
challenging at first, but I always tell my crew is like, hey, you guys, like we did all the hard part's over. Now let's enjoy the fun part. And that's getting in front of people, and that's, creating that experience and, serving some amazing barbecue. So
let's go back, because I'll tell you the story about how I first met you, and I think it was around the time you started, right? So it was during the pandemic. My daughter and I, at that time, she was 9. So we go to the farmer's market, like at the Arrowhead Mall, I think it was. Does that sound right? I think so.
I think so.
Somewhere over on the west
over
side.
There. I do remember you and your daughter walking by. I can see it now. And then I flagged you down.
Well, because she was looking, because you had all the pigs?
The gold pig up there.
You had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And she just kept looking back. And, I'm like, don't make eye contact. I'm easily sold on anything. I'm the guy getting his fingernail buffed at the mall, right? With some, whatever. But yeah, so I'm like, you want to go check it out? She's like, yeah. She's like, let's go. And so we went over, and I'm like, holy shit, what is this? And you and I just started chatting, man. And I love the energy from the beginning. I don't think you didn't have all of this stuff at that time.
No,
but
I just had one sauce, and I had 3 rubs, but in like packets.
In the little bag. Yeah. So, dude, I was just hooked at that point, like your personality and your passion. And then obviously when I got home and I cracked open that bottle of sauce, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They call him Saucy Lou for a reason, man. Yeah. So is that around the time you started?
Yeah, that is, dude. That's in that first year. Yep. I was doing like a Park West market, and every now and then I'd get into that market. And yeah, that's when I started. And then, I kind of just did it on the side for a little bit. And then, I was still, working with other people's businesses at the time.
Yeah.
But it got me started. So
Why the barbecue, right? I know you said you've got the hospitality experience, you love cooking, you wanted to do your own passion thing. Why barbecue specifically?
Yeah, personally, I just always liked cooking outside. So when people would come over, it was just like a communal thing, it's just hanging out outside, cooking meats, and then enjoying it. And then I did a couple competitions like in Verado in my hometown when I first moved there. And once I started doing the competitions, I realized I could only use the seasonings and sauces that were available on the shelves.
Okay, yeah.
So I was, wanting to change my flavor. So then I just like worked on developing some seasonings and rubs. And there was like a flavor profile I was looking for. And then, that's kind of that's how APB, originally the APB and the mullet sauce. So that's my all-purpose blend. So I call it the APB, dude. Everybody's after it, dog. The APB.
Oh, dude,
and then the mullet sauce. So the mullet sauce. So, I wasn't sure what to name this sauce. So I was talking to my buddies. I was like, hey, I think I'm going to bottle that sauce that everybody's been liking. Like everybody's really liking it. And I was like, I don't know what to call it. And they're like, yo, like we call it the mullet sauce. Sweet in the front, heat down the back. So I was like, all right, let's run it.
Dude, hell yeah.
So this whole business has been just like flowy, you know what I mean? I'm like having fun with it. I don't want things too rigid, it's like, I just kind of go with the flow. And it's been fun that way.
Dude, that's what every great artist does, right? Like you make room for the muse, right? Like
yes. Amen.
Like Bob Dylan's whole thing. He's like, I didn't write any of those songs. He's like, I've made the space for those things to come to me.
Yeah.
Have you ever, Ray LaMontagne? Musician. He's very, very interesting dude. There's a podcast with him, and he's a dude that like, he was going to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. He's like, I'll do it if I can use my photographer. And they're like, well, no, we have a photographer. He's like, I'll do it. And they're like, well, we can. He's like, then I'm not doing it, because he didn't care. So he goes out into, basically him and his family have a house in the forest, and he just does work until it comes to him, until the music comes to him, but he makes the space for it, right? He puts himself, so I think that's,
I like that.
Yeah, that's where the magic comes from,
I
right?
agree with
like,
that, yep.
So you let the mullet sauce come to you, man.
Yeah.
And
you can't like rush all these things, dude. Like, I feel like if you rush and you push too many things, like you're going to force things, you know what I mean?
For sure.
You got to let things kind of turn into how they're supposed to be, and, stop trying to control things so much. And
Yeah.
You know,
even if it's for our own mental health, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's just for, this might not be the best way to do this, but goddamn, it's the best for me.
yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So you start putting these things together, and then you start going to markets, like farmers markets.
Yep. Started doing farmers markets. Yeah. So I invested like every Saturday doing farmers markets, and that's what, so I would work during the week and then do the farmers markets on Saturdays. And I did that, for a couple of years, really.
Yeah.
So
Just selling the sauces and rubs, not doing it like any real cooking for people at that
So
point.
I was like cooking, at my house, never for anybody. No,
Okay.
No, never for anybody. Just like doing competitions, never really cooking for anybody. And then I just, made a decision. Well, I got fired at Troon for making a mistake. So I had to, eat that one. And then I just rolled it into, well, we're going to go hard on these sauces and rubs. So that's what, so I ended up selling a motorcycle and bought a smoker. So I had two at the time. So I got rid of a motorcycle, bought a smoker, and I set up in a Fry's parking lot.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, every Friday for a whole summer. Whole summer.
Dang, dude.
Yep. And I think back at that too, and I'm like, man, my little operation, I thought it was so awesome.
Yeah.
And like to see where I've come now and what I started with, it's just like, it's just, it's cool. It's, I think in this business, dude, we have to, I'm just proud of my team and my family and for what we've done because, we started in a Fry's parking lot.
Yeah. In the summer.
In the summer. In the wind, in the summer.
Jeez.
110, 116 didn't matter, but I'm so grateful for all the people that showed up and they kept showing up.
Yeah.
And they still keep showing up. So, yeah.
I take it. And the wife, too. Wife is a huge supporter of yours.
Huge supporter of mine. I mean, that's key. You got to have that rock behind you.
For sure.
Helping you going, encouraging you, keeping you going. So,
other times when you think, when you're like, fuck this, I'm done. I don't want to do this. And she's like, no.
She's like, what does she say to me? She's like, you can't mess up something that you were like born to do.
I love that.
So she says that to me, dude. She's like, you can't mess it up. Like, this is like your calling.
Yeah.
So, so.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, that's a key. People ask me sometimes like, man, like what are some of, what are piece of advice or what the secret of this? I'm like, find a fucking good spouse.
Yeah.
That's a variable that is like, I mean, we hit the jackpot when it comes to that, right?
I agree.
Yeah. My wife's like, why do you care about that? I'm like, whatever it is, right? She's like, why do you care? I'm like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, quit being a baby.
Yeah.
Do you really care about that? Do you want to be there doing that? I'm like, no, but I want to be asked. She's like, then fucking shut up. All right, cool. All right, yeah, you're right.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro, I needed to hear it like
that. Yeah, because we don't. It's hard to, espouse as somebody that can and should be very direct and very call you on your bullshit.
I know, sometimes it sucks. But
It sucks,
it's always good,
dude.
It's a different level of humility. You know what I mean? You're like, dang, dude, I'm like the man outside of the house.
Yeah.
As soon as I come in, but
yeah. Dude, between my wife and my business partner, man, I can't get away with shit. Like I can't. I'm like, oh man, I'm feeling sorry for myself. They're both like, suck it up, dude. I'm like, all right, yeah. Okay, I got you. So. We'll take a break here in a second. We'll get a little break in, but because I want to hear kind of the future of this. But right now, what do you got in your repertoire? Like what are the options available to people?
Yeah, so we got right here the mullet sauce. That's the one that started the whole business. It's won 36 awards. So sweet in the front, heat down the back. You can put it legit on anything. No liquid smoke in it. Amazing. Dirty Blonde is a mustard sauce. So designed for pork, great on chicken. Put over salads. Awesome. It's my take on like a Carolina Gold sauce.
Nice.
And
That's
then
good.
Smoking Buffalo is a buffalo barbecue. So it's like my version of a spicy barbecue, but I feel like this has the heat profile I was already going for. So I made one that was like a buffalo barbecue. So my OG is the APB. So I legit put this on most things. This is like Saucy Luke's flavor. Ribs and chicken is a killer. Like it's my most complex rub, but it's great on ribs, chicken, vegetables. So Texas Hold'em is a beef rub. So if you want nice heat profile, no sugar, keto, This one designed for steaks. So killer on steaks. Anywhere you want like a big flavor, good heat, no sugar, Texas Hold'em. And this is my new baby, dude. This is the one I've been gatekeeping right here. This is AZ Bark. So AZ Bark is when it goes on all my brisket, all my pork, anytime I'm doing like tomahawks or steaks. It has a nice pepper, has a nice amount of pepper in it, like cracked pepper. So you just get that crust. You know, we're saying crust we trust. So that's AZ Bark. And I've been using that one for the last 5 years in every pop-up. So this is what people have been tasting on all my brisket, all my pork for the last 5 years. So
nice, dude.
Now you can get it at home.
Hell yeah. They could just go to your website,
SaucyLukes.com. You can pick it up at SaucyLukes.com. I'm also in most of the Ace Hardwares around and the local butcher shops.
Dude, the dudes by me. What's the guys? I'm sorry, like they're right in my hood. The barbecue grill guys. The guys who off the
over the barbecue, over the hill, over the hill, over the
Chris,
fire.
You heard that? Yeah,
over the fire,
yeah.
dog. Over the fire. I love those guys.
Those guys
man.
are
Chris,
awesome.
Kelly, great dudes.
Yeah.
Man,
so I saw your stuff there. Yeah, they're great guys. I love that store too. So Hungarian paprika?
Yeah, Hungarian paprika is a really red paprika. So
Okay.
that's in all my products. So I get a Hungarian paprika. It's nice and red. I use really coarse grains, so you see like texture on the food. But yeah, man, you got to eat with your eyes. You know, all these were originally designed for competition. So like the sauces give a nice sheen to the glazes. You know, they look really good, finish real nice. Nothing's too spicy. Everything kind of comes in that harmonious in the middle zone, so you can keep eating more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what I need, dude.
Yeah, just keep eating, dog.
I need to be incentivized to eat more too.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't need shit. I just need to open my eyes and I'm eating more. All right, buddy. Well, let's take a quick break and we'll jump back into this.
You got it.
A real quick reminder, head over to atasteofaz.com and subscribe to our email newsletter. Also, subscribe to A Taste of AZ magazine and get it shipped right to your door. Now let's get back into today's episode.
All right, man. We're back. It was a good break. I got a stretch in. We did a little yoga.
Get a little hydration.
A little yoga. Yeah, man. You got to stay hydrated.
Got to stay hydrated out in the heat, dude. When you're cooking outside, you're in that truck. I mean, it's a lot, dude. I put myself in the hospital 3 times last year so far, 1 time this year. So
Dang.
I need to be smarter about that, dude.
Yeah.
Staying up on my electrolytes.
I mean, dude, you got to pound water in Arizona anyways,
Yes.
just to, at a
Yes.
base level.
Yes.
If you're out there, fuck, dude, you got to be drinking like 400 or 500 ounces of water
You
a
do,
day,
dude.
man.
You got to stay on it, dude.
Yeah.
And I fall short often. So
Well,
trying to be better at that.
You're a busy dude too. You're all over the place, man. Right? Like it's your energy is inspiring. You know, sometimes I'm sitting on my ass watching fucking South Park, and I'm like, God damn, Saucy Luke's out there.
I got a lot of pit masters that say that too. They're like, dang, bro. Like, we just did that and you're already up and get up. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So what all do you have? I just threw a bunch of questions out there. It wasn't even a full question. So you just did an event. Was this your biggest event that you've thrown yourself? The rodeo and barbecue cook-off?
Yeah. So the rodeo is, man. So we did, it's called the Gold Buckle Bullfight and Barbecue Fest. It'll be every year the day before Easter. So
Okay.
I do that with the Buckeye Equestrian Center.
Nice.
Super awesome event. I mean, professional bullfighting, like there's just no better. It's pretty gnarly, dude. It's raw entertainment. I mean, these Spanish fighting bulls trying to take people's lives, dude, and they're like dodging them for sport.
Yeah.
It's really cool to watch. And then we got, the top barbecue vendors in the state, some of the top musicians out there playing, like, killer beers out for everyone. It's quite the show. Barrel racing and all at an amazing venue, the Buckeye Equestrian Center. So it's all, my whole thing is to bring the community together and, and create a space where everybody can win. So everybody can be put on stage. And, I feel like as an event coordinator is like, yo, we're going to do our best to bring the people in here. Now it's your turn to showcase what you got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So showcase what you got. And we've been I've been really thankful for everybody that we've had working with us. We had our first event there was successful. So that was great. And then we have the West Valley Barbecue Fest that I throw with PS I Love AZ with Peyton Ruggles at PS I Love AZ.
Okay, nice.
And that's in January. So that was our second year we did that one.
Okay.
So it'll be like January 10th or 11th, whatever that Saturday falls on. Yeah. And that one's got like that reggae rock vibe, super family friendly, pig races, you know, that's a fun one as well. So, you know, and then again, both of them, they have rib competitions tied into them. So guests get to come, sample competitors' ribs. And then it showcases, you know, Arizona music, Arizona barbecue, Arizona vendors, and, you know,
Arizona.
Arizona, dude. We just, you know, we got a lot of cool stuff happening out here in Arizona, and I'm, you know, doing my best to showcase and put people on, you know.
Yeah. So so you got the events, and I know you've been doing events for several years now. Like I know you helped coordinate other events. What about like, you're still doing pop-ups, right? I mean, here at Trooper Copper, right? June 12th?
Yeah, June 12th, dude. I'm coming to the east side, baby. We're coming to Trooper Copper Tap Room. We'll be here 5-ish to 9-ish. I like throwing the ishes out there.
Yeah.
But no, we'll be serving all of our award-winning barbecue. You know, shout out to, dude, I'm the only pitmaster in Arizona featuring grass-fed, grain-finished Corriente beef out of Wickenburg. So I got Capital Farms.
Capital Farms, hell yeah.
So super blessed to have that relationship with Hunter and those guys.
Yep.
They just deliver me a phenomenal product, and it's you know, just what a blessing to be able to showcase like Arizona beef, you know.
Yeah.
And it's so good. Like, I'll be honest, I'm going to say this, and I'm not just hyping it up. You know, I've been cooking barbecue for a long time. Dude, I stopped eating brisket. You know, I'll sample the brisket and taste it, but like I like pork.
Okay.
I think my pulled pork is some of the best pulled pork in the country, and I will put that on, and I'm being serious about that. I try a lot of people's, and I just have delivered a great product with the pork. So the brisket I've always liked, but it's just, you know, some of these prime briskets that we get are just a little muted. They're full of hormones. They're stacked up to get all large, and it's just, the beef is muted.
Oh, yeah.
This grass-fed, grain-finished Corriente beef out of Wickenburg, out of Capital Farms, is phenomenal, dude.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a challenge when I first got them. They're a little bit smaller breed, little less fatty.
Okay.
So I had to dial in, you know, how I cooked it, but we got it down now, people. So it is absolutely out of this world. And now, I mean, I crave it. So it's like when I'm out of it, I'm like, dang. So yeah, super blessed to have that relationship with Hunter and Capital Farms. And so I do. Right now, I'm working on a spot with my church. So shout out to the West Valley Community Church. So we are on 200th and McDowell, and I'm super blessed that my pastor, Pastor Stephen over there, has opened up the kitchen over there for me to cook in, and we run a bit of a barbecue ministry over there.
Nice.
So I run a nice Bible study on Thursday, an all-men's Bible study that I lead. I know it sounds wild. It's wild to me. But I've been running a Bible study over there for the last, 5 months. Okay. And it's been so awesome, dude. Like, so many great guys, and, you know, like, just God's working in that place, dude. I'm so super thankful for that. But we're going to be opening up a permanent location for my food truck.
Ooh, nice.
On 200th and McDowell, so in between Verado and Jackrabbit, when I get back in June, in July.
Okay. Get back. What, are you going on vacation?
Yeah, I'm going to California, dude. My wife won tickets to to Disneyland on KNIX.
Oh, nice.
So shout out to KNIX, dude. They hooked it up. So we got 2 nights at the Disney Californian, and then we got 3 days. I used to work at Disneyland. My wife loves Disney. My kids love Disney. It's like we go there often. So. We're going to do that in the beginning of June, and then I'm going to be in Catalina. Actually, Catalina, June 20th. So we're going to be cooking at the Catalina, we call it the Catalina Swine Mixer.
The swine.
But it's actually, it's called the Beach Barbecue and Art Festival. Okay, but it's the Catalina Swine Mixer. But some killer guys out there. Yeah. We're doing whole steer out there. We got my boy Avalon Smokehouse out there. Big Sal's Barbecue will be out there. My boy Titus with Titus Smokers. So, Full Send will be out there. So some killer pit masters. And what we do is we set up like the whole, like in 2 harbors, we set up all the pits on the beach, and then people come in, live music, and you're catching barbecue on the beach in Catalina.
Man.
So they barge my smoker over there. So Trusty Rusty, my OG Trusty Rusty, gets barged over there, and then they set it on the beach, dude. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. That sounds incredible.
That's really cool. So that's a fun one. So this will be our 2nd year doing that. And then, I serve to my community. I serve every Wednesday in Verado. So I'm super blessed to have that opportunity that they let me. I set up there for like 4 weeks about a year ago.
Okay.
And I asked if I could stay, and they said that the community really likes having me out here. And I've been there for a whole year.
Yeah, nice.
I know. So I'm super thankful that the Verado community lets me set up out there. And those are like, that's my community. Those are my people. So it's great to be able to serve my community. Yeah.
Yeah. What about a brick and mortar for you? Like, I know you're going to be using the kitchen at the church and having some, like, do you envision a place like this, brick walls, Saucy Luke's?
Yeah, I do. Part of this thing is, I know that God has plans for me, and I'm working on like a thing at a time. I feel like when I first started this, I was like, all I was ever doing was like reaching and reaching and reaching, and I never was really able to like enjoy what I have going on. You know what I mean? So I do have plans for all that. I'm a self-funded guy, so I go as I get things going. So like, we just got the food truck, we paid the food truck off, we just bought the new 1,000-gallon smokers, so we have the TSBB 1000 Warhawk, so I got that new pit. So I got that, and then we're going to be opening up a permanent location for the food truck, and then from there we're going to enjoy that, and we're going to run that, and we're going to see where God leads us from there.
I dig it, man. I dig it. Well, I mean, if you're anything like us too, is like the freedom that you have like in your life, like, I mean, we have the freedom to work 80 hours a week, right? But like not having the debt, not having like investors or like these big things that are over, so that you can not only do it the way that you want to do it, but like enjoy it and have the freedom. If you want to go to Disney for a couple of days with your family, you go to Disney with your family, I mean, as probably with me as well, when you go on a vacation, it's not always such a full on vacation. You're still going to do the Catalina swine mixer, right? So, but that's because you love it, right? You're not trying to escape something, right? Like you love what you're doing, and there's value to that, right? And it's kind of a slower game sometimes, but totally worth it, man.
Yeah, and also it's just been on my heart to like, just with like some prior things that happened early in my business, is like, you just got to be careful who you're bringing in, and I don't want to be, being like, let's say like on a Wednesday, I can't do the pop-up because I have something go with my family. I could just throw a post out like, hey, you guys can't be there this weekend, and that's it. I don't have someone tap me on the shoulder, hey, why weren't you set up on Wednesday? When they do nothing but sent me some money like years ago. So I was like, I never wanted that. You know, I was like, I want to be doing this for my family, and then for my people that help me. So I'm just letting it grow as it grows, and it's been working, and I've been enjoying the ride.
Hell yeah. When sometimes you have to experience that to know, like, shit,
yes,
man, all right, I'm not doing that again.
Not doing that again. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's wild how God works, because that did happen to me, and then it let me know. I'm like, all right, I don't want to have that feeling, or that, I just don't want to go that route again. So, there's times too, in this business, it's a lot of effort, a lot of work, and we get, it's like, there's something about being present and thinking about, because if I'm always just trying to like reach, it's like I never get to enjoy what's going on right now. And like, 3 years ago, this is all I ever dreamt about. Like, I never thought that even we'd be, where I'm at right now. With this stuff, like throwing festivals, helping people at other festivals, but being of service, like, it's just wild. So it's like, I get to be present and be like, you know what? I know God has big plans for me. I'm going to enjoy what he's got for me right now. And then how can I help other people? Yeah.
I dig it, man. I dig it. Luke, Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. Dude, always a good time. Always a good time. Your energy is inspiring to me.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you for always including me in all the stuff that you're doing.
Yeah.
And I just know every time I show up, bro, I'm going to throw down for your guests. Because I want you to succeed as well, brother.
I appreciate it, man.
You are. Thank you.
My man. And if there's ever an event where you got some food left over and you're not sure
I got
what to do
dog.
with it,
I'll drop it off.
let me know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, buddy. So people, one thing I got to throw out there, I mean, you got your website, saucylukes.com. What you really, another thing I would say, not one thing, but another thing you really excel at is your content. Like the content that you put out is, once again, it's very authentic and it's who you are. But I've been reading a lot recently about, they call it building out loud, right? Like you're kind of seeing how a company is being built through the founder, right? I think you do a really good job of that.
Oh, thank you.
Like, yeah, and I assume, with great confidence that you're a one take kind of guy.
Yeah, I just run it. Yeah. Dude, we're so busy, but I know, like, I've realized that, using the platform to showcase my business has helped my business. So it's if you know that, why wouldn't you do that? So I know that, so I do that. So, but my whole thing is just like shoot it, send it. That's it. Just run it, send it, and just keep going. Yeah. If not, you're trying to make it look polished. You could sit there and it'll never go out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
For sure.
So it's like, you know what? I just shoot it, have fun with it, send it, and on to the next thing.
Yeah,
it's
fun, man. Like watching your social media just gets me fired up sometimes, so I don't go on it as much. But when I see your content, I'm like, it's fun. Like you get the vibes that you not quite the same, but the same vibes you get with you in person.
Yeah,
it comes through that screen, and
thank
it's like,
you. I appreciate
dude,
that.
you do a great job.
Sir.
So how do people? What is it at Saucy Luke's Barbecue?
Yeah, so saucylukes.com to get all the products. They're on there. We'll ship it to you, and soon we're gonna have our vac sealed meats on our website as well.
Dang,
so that's something that we're working on getting done. And then at Saucy Luke's Craft Barbecue on IG and TikTok, but mostly IG. I run everything through my Instagram, so I'll always have like my schedule in the feed. But yeah, West Valley Barbecue Fest the second week in January, so around the 10th, and then the Gold Buckle Bullfight Barbecue Fest the day before Easter.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the vacuum sealed meats? Like what's I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so what I do is like I take all the meat, dude, vac seal it, and then I can ship it to you. So it's shipped to you frozen, and then you just warm it up at your house. So I got a freezer right now in the Ace Hardware Verado and Ace Hardware, and I'm working on getting more into more stores. So it's just another way. Like there's something about barbecue when it's been like cooled off and then reheated. I'm telling you, it gets better.
Really?
I mean, fresh is great, but there's just something, I don't know what it does to like the consistency of it. It's just amazing. I think too, part of it is like when you're not, like for me personally, when I'm cooking and I'm smelling it, when I taste it, like it's good, but like later on when I haven't smelt it, that's why everyone says like second day barbecue is outstanding. You just reheat it, still good. Yeah. So, but so I cook it, chill it, like deep chill it, slice it, vac seal it, freeze it, and then I sell at the Verado Ace Hardware.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you can take it, throw it in a hot pot of water, 15 minutes, done deal. You get Saucy Luke's Barbecue at home.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, I know what I'm doing when I get home.
Yeah, I got you. I'll bring you some.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
Once again, shout out to Phantom Fox. Shout out to John.
Thank you,
buddy.
John.
Yeah.
Other people got their guys. That's my guy.
Yeah. That's my gal right there,
That's
Rachel.
Your gal. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We got our people, dude.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah.